Hey friends, I'm Otis Gibbs, and this is Chris Swope. He's going to tell a story about getting to see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Soundcheck on the David Letterman Show.
The greatest night ever was when my friend Frank and I went to, saw the Soundcheck of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers when they played Letterman, when Echo first came out. We had built a couple of bases for Howie Epstein a couple years before, and I don't remember. I thought it was like a whiskey, some residence that they did, and it may be this Fillmore thing that where they're coming on 25 years of right now. But basically, they were playing some club in LA for 2 weeks straight, and he just wanted some good gear there, Howie. And we had built a couple of Rogers bases for him. When Echo came out, Wildflowers literally changed my life. It righted my musical ship. It totally made me go like, oh yeah, okay, this is what you are. This is what you are meant to listen to. Everything with Steve Ferrone was so just awesome. And at this point, I'm in a band, and Mike Campbell is like my number one muse. So, they're playing Letterman. Somehow we got comps. We were up and back and forth. Will Lee, the bass player in the World's Most Dangerous Band, he played a Sadowski, still does. So, he was in the shop all the time. We're right down the street. We worked on their stuff too. We were able to go to the Soundcheck. Just go. We had no mission. We had no reason to be there, but we were allowed to go. And so I'm a Beatles kid, first and foremost, right? And so I'm going to the Ed Sullivan Theater, and I'm seeing my favorite American band it's a sound check, right? It's sound check. The song was Room at the Top of the World, right? Just absolute stunning, beautiful song. The most killer guitaring ever for me, Mike. I never would want an SG in my life were it not for Mike Campbell and that record. He's playing SG all over. I was like, I have to get one of those. But it was interesting because they did the song, Soundcheck. Let's do it again. Let's get the levels. Let's do it again. Okay, now we need to get the cameras. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And we work on the lighting. They did it really, they played it 7 times maybe, all the way through, start to finish. Every single time, it was just electricity, just popping. Everything was so good and so on. And here I am, me and one other, and my friend, the only people in the Ed Sullivan Theater watching. And afterwards we hopped up there and, introduced ourselves to Howie and, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, great. Yeah, good to meet you. And, chatted with him for a minute. He was a sweetheart. And, Mike's right there. Tom's right there. It's, I'm too much of I'm not going to insert myself, but, Howie's like, as they're starting to walk away, he's like, hey man, come on back to the green room. And, we knew the rules, and they ran a very tight ship at Letterman, and you could never go back, so we were like, thanks, man. We got stuff to do. Thanks so much, whatever. And then ended up seeing them. I don't remember if it was that week that they played Jones Beach, but right around that time, they played Jones Beach. And I went with the singer in my band. We went and saw them, and it was fantastic. And the opening band was Lucinda Williams. It was Car Wheels on a Gravel Road. And the guitar player, Kenny Vaughan. And I didn't know who he was. I'm like, who is that guitar player? He's great, and he's interesting, and I don't know if I've got it right, but in my memory, he had like a pink Western shirt with the sleeves cut off and these long, skinny arms. I have skinny arms too. They're just not as long. And just playing all the coolest stuff. And, full circle again, 15 years later, I'm standing there with him and Marty Stewart, and I'm showing him my guitar. And like, God,